Let's talk about showbiz last night. Last night was the horrible, horrible annual ceremony known as the Primetime Emmy Awards. Now, if you watched that, you were probably one of the few and maybe not proud. It turns out a couple of people watched it. In fact, a few more than that did. But what they noticed right off the bat was that, once again, the elite of the elite, the Hollywood millionaires, the folks who have Malibu mansions, they are held to one set of standards, and we are held to another set of standards. Now, what people noticed immediately was that all of these folks were unmasked, or at least the vast majority of them were. Now, we've been told for over a year that masks are vital in fighting back against COVID. We've been told that even if you're vaccinated, you should mask up. We've also been told if you're not going to be masked, at least be outdoors. And hey, let's give the Emmy folks credit where credit is due. They did host the event outdoors, inside a tent, a hermetically sealed tent that kept the air they were breathing in and the fresh air that was out there wafting away the COVID germs. They kept that out. Now, I'm sure they will say they had an HVAC system that changed out the air and all of this. But I am not the only one who observed this. Take a look at this clip of Seth Rogen and his thoughts on the matter.
Anyway, good to be here at the Emmy Awards. Let me start by saying there is way too many of us in this little room. What are we doing? They said this was outdoors. It's not. They lied to us. We're in a hermetically sealed tent right now. I would not have come to this. Why is there a roof? It's more important that we have 3 chandeliers than that we make sure we don't kill Eugene Levy tonight.
It's more important that we have 3 chandeliers than kill Eugene Levy tonight. Seth Rogen. One of the rare times Seth Rogen can actually sort of speak for me. We seem to be of one mind on this. A hermetically sealed tent. Now, this did not go unnoticed. The evenings, you'll forgive me for reading here, but host for the evening, Cedric the Entertainer, he noticed what was happening and he spoke up. But even before he could, the band leader on the Late Late Show with James Corden, he said that despite what Seth might have said, we're going to celebrate and party. But while we're doing that, we're absolutely following all the health and safety guidelines that some really smart people asked us to keep us safe, asked us to do to keep us safe from COVID. Cedric the Entertainer next said, "It actually feels amazing in here, unlike what Seth was talking about. It feels good. We're all vaxxed. We had to get vaxxed to come in here. I got vaxxed. I didn't have a reaction like Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend. I got Pfizer because I'm bungee. It's a word I don't know. The kids use it. Pfizer's the Neiman Marcus of vaccines. Moderna, that's Macy's. Johnson & Johnson, that's TJ Maxx," he said. According to Emmy organizers, tables were set at least 6 feet apart to meet COVID protocols. The audience was smaller than initially planned. The audience featured only nominees who were able to bring 1 guest, and each person was tested and vaccinated. That's according to USA Today. Now, I love that they're saying the tables were 6 feet apart. Now, if you've ever gone out to eat, you've maybe noticed the tables at a minimum are 8 to 10 feet wide. So they had to be 6 feet apart. And if you look at the video of it, no, they are piled in there. So this goes back to a theme that we have seen play out throughout the pandemic. And it goes to a theme that we have seen play out with the left in general for years. The comment from Animal Farm was all animals are equal, pardon me, but some animals are more equal than others. And that's what's happening here. You have a gathering of animals who are more equal than the others. These are the elite of the elite. These are the guys who get to use their private jets to go talk about global warming. They're the ones who want to restrict pollution, restrict water usage, yet somehow they all have mysteriously green yards in the summer. These are the people who have one set of rules for everyone else and a different set for them. One of the themes we've seen with parties with the elites is people without masks, while the servants at the party do wear masks. Again, all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. And that is the issue in the U.S. right now. We are divided, and we are divided not so much along party lines anymore. It is now clearly a division of the elites versus the rest of us. The coastal residents, people who are cosmopolitan, who consider themselves citizens of the world, versus those of us who consider ourselves citizens of the United States, and who have more in common with each other than we do with people in Europe or in Asia, unlike those who live on the coasts. Now, what's going to happen with this, who can say? What I can say is that the more times the elites, the more times the Hollywood rich, the Hollywood liberals get together and do this, the more transparent it's going to become. I started this off joking about Emmy ratings. The ratings are going to continue to tank for award shows as long as they insist on pushing personal politics and act hypocritically. They're not representative of the people of the United States anymore, and that's why the people of the United States have lost interest. And if the elites have any sense at all, they will wake up and try to realign themselves with the rest of us in America. But I'm not positive they've got the sense to do that.